Hey guys, Corey here. Today we're going to be taking a look at what is the absolute strongest attack at Town Hall 11 in 2020. Now I'm going to be opening up this video with two different attacks that used to be the champion, that used to hold this crown, that used to be the most powerful attacks at Town Hall 11, but they are no longer. They have been unseated by this new attack strategy. The first one is Queen Charge Miners. Now this is still an incredibly versatile attack, and it will still work against so many Town Hall 11, so do not discount it. This thing can be used pretty much on any base at Town Hall 11. If you figure out the right way to hit it, you can get it 3-starred with this attack strategy. Basically, you're charging the queen in, you're gonna kill the enemy CC, you're gonna try and create some nice pathing and grab some good value. I mean, some high value stuff like Inferno Towers, Eagle Artillery, that sort of thing. The thing that makes this attack so you can use it on so many different bases is the fact that the miners can kill heroes, alright? Not only that, but they can weather Eagle Artillery shots pretty darn good since they go back underground for half the time. That way, usually the Eagle Artillery only gets off 1 or 2 shots on them max before they end up underground. So still a very strong attack strategy, make no mistake. Henny on this one does manage to get that enemy archer queen taken out. Not necessary, but it can be helpful since those heroes will draw your miners deeper into the base where they're going to be targeted by more defenses at once. But since they can kill those heroes, no problem. Your heroes do not have to be your primary target. Pathing, that's your main target on Queen Charge Miners. You cut out this chunk over here, you leave a nice little path into the base for the miners. Of course, in 2020, we've got the Siege Barracks that is enabling you to bring an extra P.E.K.K.A. with wizards and not cost you any camp space, and then allowing those level 10 Hog Riders to come in around the edge and really back up these miners. So even though this is not the strongest attack at Town Hall 11 in 2020 anymore, it remains a very strong attack, a very versatile attack, and a very good choice. And of course, because of that new Siege Barracks, it is stronger than it ever was before. Look at this, Queen Charge is still going. She busts through the walls, going on another thing here. A couple miners go in and get that Eagle Artillery taken out. He had some decent pathing get into it from this side. If he would have come from this side over here, they probably path all the way around that Eagle. As it is, he gets a few miners to go in there and target that. Guys, this base just got wrecked by Queen Charge Miners, but it is not the strongest attack in 2020. Yet another previous holder of this title, we have got Drag Bat. Now, this is still a highly effective attack. I will not say on all bases, but on a lot of bases, you can figure out a way to take it out with dragons and bats. And of course, this one was the champion there for a short while, especially after bats first came out. They were insanely overpowered. It was so crazy that we were not seeing hardly any other attacks used at Town Hall 10 or at Town Hall 11 because the bats were so strong. They're still powerful on the right base. They're just not overpowered like they were before. On this, you're prioritizing pathing. Walls don't matter at all, but pathing of the dragons matters, and then pathing of the bats. You're using those freeze spells to freeze anything that can do splash damage in the air, like multi-target Infernos and Wizard Towers, and as long as you keep those accounted for or frozen, you can expect to have a lot of success with Drag Bat or Bat Wave style attacks. Look at the Queen, she's gonna grab this Wizard Tower right here. That's huge, considering you can start the bats in here on a Bat Wave style, or you can start them here in the core with the help of a Rage and a Freeze on that multi-target Inferno, as long as you keep them on the side away from the Wizard Tower. Oh, look at that! He's got an Ice Golem to tank that Wizard Tower while he drops the Bat Bomb, which consists of the Rage, the Freeze, and all the bat spells right on that multi-target Inferno right there. Gets the remaining 2 splash damage defenses that can target air taken out in short order. I guess there was another Wizard Tower down here, but Stone Slammer's taking care of that. Bats are going to be able to finish this raid with lots of dragons left over, guys. We got like 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 dragons still alive. A nice healthy group of bats going around the outside of this base. The Stone Slammer has not even popped, and all the defenses are gone at this point. It might pop just to a Seeking Air Mine or a Red Bomb because it's on its last sliver of health, but man, this base got annihilated, but it is not the strongest attack in 2020. Alright guys, here it is. This is what you were looking for. This is the strongest attack strategy at Town Hall 11 in 2020. Now it has so many similarities to the Queen Charge Miner attack. In fact, that's part of the reason why it's so strong, is it is just as versatile as that Queen Charge Miner attack. It's still taking advantage of the siege barracks to keep the miners funneled, taking advantage of that extra P.E.K.K.A. and wizards inside of that siege barracks, also taking advantage of the ability to bring those level 10 hog riders inside that siege barracks to deploy a little bit later in the attack, usually right after your miners and hogs come into the base. And guys, just like we said with Queen Charge Miners, your main objectives on this are killing that enemy CC, getting some good value like Eagle Artillery, maybe multi-target Infernos, maybe some Expos, getting good value, but more importantly, carving out that pathing for the miners. Look at this jump spell. Look at how much it's going to open up the Queen's ability to reach inside this base and pick up a ton of value. Right now, she's taking out bomb towers. Next is a wizard tower. Then we're talking about Expos and an Eagle Artillery in there. King's on the far side over here on the left, cutting out that outside trash building, leaving a nice little path for the miners into this base. Pretty easy to tell where those miners are going to be coming down in this base at this point. Queen takes a little detour to make that path even more narrow before reaching in and going after that Eagle Artillery, facing off with that enemy defensive CC and the Hound and Loon. Nice rage, keep that Queen alive through those Loon drops. Going to be using a delayed poison on this, delaying that poison long enough that the pups are going to get caught inside that poison spell. There we go, there goes the poison, taking down a ton of those pups, saving some time for that Queen Charge, allowing her to get back in there. Guys, look at this. On this attack, he did not kill the Queen, he did not kill the King, didn't kill either hero with that Queen Charge, but he did get a ton of value, got the enemy CC killed. The miners are going to take out those enemy heroes, while the hogs are zoomed straight in to those enemy defenses and just get them taken out quickly. Miners cleaning up as they go, to killing those enemy heroes as they go, allowing those hogs to take down the defenses. Now we got those level 10 hogs coming in from the left. Those bad boys are full health because they just came out of that siege barracks. So while we got most of the miners and hogs already in there with damage done, we got full health hogs rushing in to finish off the last section of this base. Look at the Queen reaching over in here, taking out another multi-target Inferno. Excellent, excellent value. She continues to narrow that path. Every time she grabs another defense, she narrows the remaining path of defenses left for the miners and the hogs. Guys, look at this. Look at those hero abilities. Nobody, the name of the attacker here, did not ever have to pop his Grand Warden ability, did not ever have to pop his Queen ability. It really is just that strong, guys. We're going to take a look at least one more replay, one more example of this, the hybrid attack, which is absolutely the strongest attack at Town Hall 11 in 2020. Next up, we got my buddy Kiwi Graham, my buddy Josh from Royal Redcoats, now over here in WHF. And WHF 2 is actually the highest level WHF clan that still has mixed breakdown. Everything else higher, like Tribe and the other WHF clan, is all Town Hall 13. Here we go. Josh is coming in with this hybrid attack strategy and jumping straight in. I love using jump spells with Queen Charges at Town Hall 11. Nobody defends against the jump spell. Look at this in there. He's coming in, grabbing a ton of value, including multi-target Inferno, bomb tower, plenty of other defenses, and really, he's going to cut out just a big, nice little square of this base right here. We're going to see some funneling come down on this far side. Oh, just kidding. He's funneling up on the other side because he's going to prioritize that, getting that Eagle Artillery a little bit earlier. He knows that Queen cannot reach the Eagle Artillery from there, so he's making a smart choice in starting the miners on the side of the Eagle Artillery. That way they get it down sooner and they're not eating shots from that Eagle throughout the whole base. Got another rage, keep his healers, keeping his Queen alive and make sure his Queen gets through those golems quicker, and she's going to get through that enemy Queen kill just fine as well. Ends up having to pop that ability because she had several of the defenses on here, and now we've got miners and hogs coming into this base. Here we go. Look at this. We got hogs rushing out ahead while the miners tend to kind of lag behind a little bit. One of the nice things about this attack strategy is those hogs are going to be setting off 90% of the traps in the base, so a lot of the times you're healing the hogs out in front while the miners come behind cleaning up, but they stay at relatively full health throughout the base. So a lot of times you're going to see miners finishing this attack, finishing off those 3 stars, even if all the hog riders are dead, just because the miners tend to hang back a little bit from the hogs and come in with really nice health towards the last remaining defenses in the base. Beautiful last heal spell there. Once again, like we said, healing that group of hogs out in front. Does have some miners that are keeping up with the hogs pretty well right there, using full advantage of that heal spell. Queen, of course, is still alive. As soon as that tornado wears off, she's going to be able to reach over, grab another wizard tower, staying alive through this entire entire raid, guys, and that is the power of the hybrid. The Hogs and the Miners work super well together, and they all work, of course, super well alongside a Queen Charge. Once you combine all three of those aspects into one attack, you end up with the most versatile and the most powerful attack of 2020. And guys, I gotta say, it's not even close.